news and politics and all the rest. So much to do on the YouTube, so they curate a list for you. Do you want to watch your favorite creator or have a chat on Discord later? Well, you better get hip to Indie Left. Indie Left. IndieLeft.news.
We're live.
Okay.
And we are live. Welcome Sunday night. It is 10 o'clock. It is time for How Did We Miss That? And actually, I had a couple people actually reach out this week and be like, you doing a show? Like, what's going on? Like, we didn't see you live last night. And that's right. Yep, we moved the show to Sunday nights. Sunday night, 10 o'clock. That's when we're going to do it now. It's kind of a good cleanse on the week, recap, all the stuff that we actually missed. And that's why we call the show How Did We Miss That, of course. So, Reef, you had a couple things going on this week, right?
Yeah, I had 10th episode of my show that was on YouTube. We had Warren, we had you, we had Rob Durden, right?
Yeah,
that was super fun. It got pulled for being apparently too spicy for YouTube's. Really pulled. You can go watch it.
What's going on with that?
You have to be signed. You have to be signed in. I don't know. I wish I could tell you what
so
that was.
So spicy. Transmarks to Swellcome.
But yeah, it's also we're putting it up on Rumble and Odyssey and stuff. I sent out a few links there as well. So I'll add that stuff to my link tree here soon so people can go find that.
Yeah, one of the things that we did was we uploaded all the boats smashing in other boats clips that we could find to
Rumble, yep.
To a Rumble channel, Rumble under your name, Reef Breland. So everybody go look for that.
I'll put it
for sure.
I'll put it in the chat.
Put the doodly doo in there. So wow, so tons of stuff to get through. I'll start the formality. It was probably boats. Well, it was something, I'll tell you. It's kind of funny because YouTube apparently thought that last week's show was too spicy also, and we got the 18 plus moniker, meaning that again you have to be signed into YouTube with an 18 plus approved account just to be able to see the stream live or even on replay. It's kind of messed up. It's a good thing that we're on 5 other platforms. So
I guess I share my account through Rumble, right? Like what?
Share your account?
Like where my content was, right?
Oh.
Like if I go to like my content Rumble, like how would I share that?
You have to go on the right side to like my channels and actually find your channel.
I don't have one, I think, so I just have to create one, I guess.
I think you do, and you don't even realize it yet. And I'll find it and I'll drop it in there for everybody because I subscribed to it earlier actually.
Yeah.
So here it's actually rumble.com/user/Reef Breland. So take a look at this, and there it is, and everybody can go and subscribe and sign up for Reef's Rumble channel. So, welcome everybody to How Do We Miss That? Now that there's like 9 people here, How Do We Miss That is a show airing on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, and Odyssey. We are live on Odyssey Sunday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, reviewing a few big stories we haven't seen covered much in left independent media. Hosted by Indy, that's me, founder and editor of Independent Left News, Leftist.today, and the IndependentLeft.gg Discord. Reef Breland, this guy who's to my right, I think, who I'm yelling at.
Yep.
So all day long. Creator of the Jimmy Dore Discord and host of Reefer After Dark. All the stories were featured in our Substack, Leftist.today, or at the top of IndependentLeft.news, save for 1 or 2 stories that I pulled in to support what we were talking about. Of course, want to shout out all the patrons and Ko-fi supporters and the volunteers that help make Indie Left what it is. That's Eric T, the Red from Ko-fi. He's also Sabby's mod. He's probably going to be here if he's not already. Say what's up to Eric. Richard and Richard M. We got 2 different Richards that are patron supporters at the $10 level. Thank you so much for that. Nikki, Radical Leftist Agenda, and Les Bones also are our patrons, and we deeply appreciate that, as well as Robin, Lady Dragonfly, actually said today that she got the Rona, so we're wishing her a speedy recovery, and maybe she's watching, maybe not, but we love you, Robin. We hope you get better soon. And of course, Nicole and Darlene are posters every day, so dedicated. They help us out, make sure that Instagram, Facebook, everybody sees what's going on. And Greg, the Big Mad Crab, he's doing all the thumbnails and helping out with graphics, and ton of help with editing as well. Thank you to Alex Davidson, super fan, liking every Substack post like he does every week. Again, reminding of the shifting of the time, the daily update moving forward on the newsletter. So we moved it to noon Eastern now. It republishes every day at noon Eastern and refreshes once a day. That pulls in all the stories from overnight, as well as from the morning. And that I feel like kind of is a good time. And even the evening streams from the night before, not that much happens in the morning. I kind of feel like the left is more like an afternoon, evening type of culture. So I kind of feel like noon's a good time to publish everything, and then we'll be putting out the Substack and everything throughout the week.
Right.
So
Tuss trains Marxists a wrench.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You get a wrench.
Certainly do that. Emma should definitely have a wrench. Add mod. There you go. Emma gets a wrench. So also wanted to, hey, do you listen to podcasts or know someone who doesn't watch streams but listens to podcasts? I know you don't. Nope. You can listen to the audio version of this show. Okay, head over to anchor.fm/independent left news and subscribe, or you can find us on Spotify. And I'm actually going to show you what that Spotify channel looks like. Also, check out the How Do We Miss That clips, which get their own channel on Rumble. That's actually getting some traction, and all those clips are getting viewed. Starting to share them out on Twitter as well. So pretty excited about that. And
also, you could toss Oz a wrench too, probably.
Wait, Oz? See, actually, it's kind of funny because Oz and I had a chat about that. He's like, you shouldn't give everyone a wrench because it makes it look like it's just mod chat. And he's right, but everybody's fam in here, and fam gets a wrench so you can put links in. Eventually,
y'all won't be the only people here.
Right? That's the hope. So, right. Just this week, we did a new Friends of Indie Left with Ron Flacone and did a 45-minute sit-down with him. That was pretty good. Really appreciate Ron spending the time there. Next one scheduled for Monday night, and that is next Monday night, February 7th at 9:30 p.m. And I'll announce, I kind of announced on Reefer After Dark who the guest was. I'm going to kind of hold that till later, though, because I haven't put together the thumbnail or anything.
Right. Well, I hope to have Overton on next week. That'll be nice. Rick Overton.
Nice. And then also, I've got, I did Action for Assange with Misty on Tuesday night with Misty and Eric, and that was like cathartic therapy session. Holy moly! Like just letting out everything that about the case and what's wrong and why we need what we need to scream from the rooftops about, and just invalid needs a wrench too.
Yeah, I wish I could do it.
Well,
that way you didn't have to
if you were logged in as me, you could be. So.
Oh, I guess I could, huh?
Yeah, well, you have access to login as Indy.
Be able to.
So it was a wild week. On top of course, managing full-time job, family, snowstorms, kids being out of school, real life. This is our life, and this is what we do, and this is what we love, and our passion is to try to change people's minds and to report on all the stories, and to bring in not just the ones that we talk about tonight, but of course amplify 100 stories a week plus in the Substack, and in the newsletter. And then, of course, there's INN, and we didn't even really talk about INN, but of course, we're members of the Indie News Network, and we're proud members and founding members of that. 18 channels at this point of amazing content creators, and by all means, subscribe and check out indienews.network to find all the channels and check out all the people that are part of that network. Excuse me. So, we have had a heck of a week, and let's get to the doodly dudes. Okay, here we go. thumbnail, main screen. Hey, there's the main Substack, leftist.today, independentleftnews.substack.com. This is the current Substack that's up there that was published about a half an hour ago, introducing the show and letting people watch it in stream as well as where else they can find it, where you can watch live, summary of what some of these stories that we're going to cover are going to be. All the links to find everywhere, support, and then we've got some other stories. Wow, that's interesting. I didn't think it did that. So all the other news stories. So this is the other edition that we published today that embedded one clip from episode 20 about Ukraine, which I thought was awfully fitting today. And then we've got the Caitlin Johnstone published piece that was read by Tim this morning. Bank Sisters on Bitch with Misty. Robbie Yeager on Primo Radical. Richie Medhurst talking about what we're going to talk about tonight. One of the topics, which is we're actually going to look at his Substack and go through it. And then, of course, congratulations to Ben Norton for starting his new outlet, Multipolarista, taking over the Moderate Rebels accounts and switching them over to his new platform. So, some other articles just today. We got 6 today, including, this is a really interesting website. I highly encourage everybody to check this out, jaraparilla.xyz. And what this is this is a book documenting WikiLeaks, a true history, okay, and talking about everything early history, and it's still like in the process of being published. This is already chapter 16. So the bot picked this up, and I thought it was really interesting and worth including today. So by all means, everybody check that out. Then, of course, we have independentleft.news. That is our daily updated paper at noon. And then this is where I update, rearrange, and move around all the stories, add stuff that may have not been caught by the bot. And again, there are way more videos here than there were in the Substack, as you can see. Oh, look at that. There's Reef on Lucky Burrito. Okay, that was a great little stream. That's about a 40-minute long clip. Okay, I believe it was a 4-hour long stream. And again, while it's not able to be embedded, so here's what happens. If you go to Reef's channel, it says that this is age restricted and only available on YouTube.
Fucking bastards.
Thanks, YouTube. Thanks for that. Okay, again, more Bank Sisters joined Jay Buffont today, so definitely check that out. I love these ladies. They're terrific, as do we love Jay Buffont. He's hilarious. There's our friend Nay from Nay's Garden. Glenn Greenwald's in here. Common Dreams is in here. Lee Camp's in here. Everybody that you know, love, watch, and some people you may not love and watch, but still people that are putting out really important content on the left that other people do watch. Now, this is hilarious. Ken Langone, they donated $10,000 to Manchin. They think that's even newsworthy that a Republican gave a corporate Democrat $10,000.
Yeah,
come on, guys.
$10,000.
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
it was written by Captain Obvious, man.
Dude, and that's Truth Out. Like, that's... Oh, it's Common Dreams. I'm sorry. Common Dreams. Yeah. And that's surprising. Normally, they don't do that. Like I said, I wanted to show what the Spotify channel looks like. And again, all of the episodes that we've done in audio version, including the interview with Robbie Yeager, are part of...
Neil Young said that, if they don't take our stuff off, he's going to, write more music.
Oh, please. Well,
that was James Blunt.
Nice.
Said that.
Yeah, I saw that. Outstanding.
That was hilarious.
Outstanding.
I'll give you that one, James. That's funny. Like,
all right.
Write more of my music if you don't do it.
All right. Well, let's get to some stories. I do have there are 6 stories, and I got some supporting articles to go with it. So let's get to that now. And let's go to Doodly Doo. No, wait, what?
People aren't ready.
Yes. Hey, look at all the people that are here. What's up, everybody? All right. So,
everyone get your reading glasses.
This was written by our friends over at the Mountain, who are actually members of our Discord, good friend, who contacted us when they were looking to start a newsletter and a news site. And it may not be content that I always agree with, but I think they do a terrific job at assembling content, at aggregating it. And what they do is they kind of take a bunch of different, more mainstream-y articles, but they kind of write a summary of what the story is. So this is the story about what happened in
Mountain in the end.
This is what's that?
It was just Game of Thrones spoilers. Don't worry about it.
So one of the people doing that is Valera Voce over there, and Wisconsin judge orders nice. So we've got a Wisconsin judge who ordered at-will employees to stay at their jobs, and I know that this was covered by one guy this week on Monday on his show, and I actually did not get a chance to watch that segment. Pretty popular dude out there, but there's a bunch of angles to this story, and it's pretty crazy. So first of all, you've got at-will employees at this health system, and I've done a little bit of research. I read a couple of the stories here, the background. So essentially what you had are two not-for-profit, this is really important, they're both not-for-profit healthcare systems. Nobody's talked about that. So what's happening here? They're being squeezed because they're relying on funding and a competitive marketplace. They've had to make cutbacks. This is again, we talk about Medicare for all, and this is exactly what's going on here and why. Now, is government healthcare going to be any better? Are they going to staff up properly, or are they going to I don't know what the answer to that is. But basically, so there are two not-for-profit health systems. You have this Theta Care, which is a regional Wisconsin one, okay, and they have about $1 billion in revenue annually, and they're what's considered a small hospital system. They only have 14 hospitals in Wisconsin, and they had in order, and I'll go through the article in more depth. Again, recent case has shown the contradictions of at-will employment when the judge ordered workers who wanted to take up new jobs that they had to stay at their current positions for an unspecified length of time until their old company could hire replacements. Now, as it turns out, it worked out well, and it happened pretty quickly. I think it was even within a day. And there was an injunction ordered that reversed the original judge's order, which was on a Friday, and they were supposed to start work at the new place on Monday morning, and they were ordered to stay at their existing job on Monday. I think by Monday afternoon they were able to go to the new job. But it's really interesting as I look a little bit deeper into what's going on here. So Theta Care leaders said Ascension recruited several of Theta Care's employees from its interventional radiology and cardiovascular team. So one of the applicants in the dispute said that the pay, the benefits, and the lifestyle options offered by Ascension were better. That's fair. But the employees were part of an 11-member interventional radiology and cardiovascular team, which can perform procedures to stop bleeding in targeted areas during a traumatic injury or restore blood flow to the brain in case of a stroke. I mean, look, they are critical employees. There is one of them effectively for the entire hospital. Now, is that the problem of the employee? No, especially not an at-will employee. It's the problem of the health system, the $1 billion in revenue annual health system, to make sure that you have enough coverage to do that. Now, the health system would say that we lost $1 billion last year, or we lost X amount of money in the last 2 years due to the pandemic, due to staffing troubles, due to XYZ. And this is where we're running into it. Part of it is the multi-tiered for-profit insurance system that goes on. Okay, because while the hospital is not for profit, the care is still for profit. The drugs are still for profit. Everything that they have to serve is still for profit, right? So, despite the importance of their job, each of the employees was employed at will and were under no obligation to stay at their positions. Employer who had interest in their workers staying at the position could form contracts with their workers to ensure they remained for a fixed time, where interval where the contract could be renewed. but apparently relying on court orders is a more convenient alternative, right? So they requested the injunction on Friday. On Monday, so Ascension responded. ThedaCare had an opportunity. Now, here's the thing that's crazy. So ThedaCare puts this injunction in and says Ascension poached our workers away. Now, what?
Right.
How long ago did they announce this? This was announced. They resigned in December. It's not like ThedaCare didn't have weeks to start staffing up. I mean, I get that it can take more than a few weeks to hire 7 highly trained specialists in a certain
people, right.
So
well, this is the classic. I mean, I heard this story is essentially like, it's these people leaving to go find better jobs, right, and then not being able to, right?
Effectively, but it's not that they're not able to, because they are, and they're now what's kind of messed up is that this new position, these new places, able to pay them substantially more and give them a better quality of life. Why? And it's that in itself is a problem for sure. Again, I really like the angle that they went for here, though, that while there's a clear concern of how healthcare staff moving from hospital to hospital could impact patient care, which is what the court ruling was talking about, okay, that 18% of healthcare workers have quit their jobs during the pandemic. And 79% have said that shortages have affected them in their workplace. Morning Consult found 31% of the remaining healthcare workers considered leaving their employer, while the American Association of Critical Care Nurses found 2/3 of acute and critical care nurses have thought about quitting nursing entirely, just getting out. All right. So seeing friends and coworkers and the same virus and die. I mean, it's, they've been dealing with the worst of it for 2 years. And, so these people, they got quote unquote poached, but they were offered a better deal. And so if ThedaCare could not offer competitive wages in a labor drought, they shouldn't be able to use the court to turn at-will employees into their corvée labor. Okay, at-will employees without the at-will is truly the worst and most grotesque situation for workers. Again, chained to their desks when the boss needs to, and they're fired at will when the boss doesn't need them anymore. I think that's a little bit hyperbolic, considering what actually went down in the end. Okay, and World Socialist website also had this story, and
covered this.
Kevin Reed did an awesome job. He's one of the good ones over there for sure.
So let me read that second paragraph real quick. So in response to a request from ThedaCare, Gaming Council County Circuit Court Judge Mark McGinnis had imposed the injunction on the workers last Friday, barring them from starting new positions at Ascension Northeast Wisconsin and nearby Ableton, Wisconsin, right? So
right in Appleton. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So again, it was 4 technicians and three nurses who were part of an 11-member interventional radiology and cardiovascular team, right? So the reason why they had accepted the offers in December and were planning to start Monday. Now, had they resigned from ThedaCare? I believe they had. All right. And that gave ThedaCare weeks to either transfer people inside their health system to that to cover, or hire from outside to be able to cover it. Now, what happened was, that they were going to lose their status as a level 2 trauma stenter. Okay, and that is a lucrative status apparently. And again, for profit, no, but you still need dollars to operate. So these statuses are important for obtaining, especially as a nonprofit, funding. In order to meet certain requirements, in order to qualify to get nonprofit money from the government for healthcare, you would need to have these centers and these things in place. Would be my guess. I'm not a specialist when it comes to healthcare stuff.
Right.
So the lawyer representing Ascension said that it was poor management into a disruptive personal. Yeah, they turned their poor management into a disruptive personal emergency for anyone but itself. And again, they knew they also could not successfully make a counter to these employees to retain them. So they were offered the chance to match or improve on the Ascension offer. And even though these were one-off critical people, the smaller health system, ThedaCare, just could not afford it or would not afford it. 7,000 employees, annual revenues of approximately $1 billion. Okay, it says that Ascension, this is ThedaCare, Ascension's CEO, they're a privately held company, so they don't disclose what their CEO is paid. Their last CEO in 2014 earned $18 million, so we know he's probably not earning less than $18 million. My guess would be substantially more.
Right. So they offered him what at Ascension? Received.
Well, no, that's the CEO. But Ascension offered more money than ThedaCare because ThedaCare has $1 billion, whereas Ascension has $15.5 billion, and they're spread out over a multitude of states. ThedaCare is only in 14 Northeast communities in Wisconsin. The truth is that they're probably going to end up getting swallowed up by a larger health system.
Makes sense.
You know,
the for-profit one just going to come eat the little fish.
Well, you know what? Ascension is also not for profit. Again, not for profit doesn't mean not for money. So they still have to pay competitive salaries. They still have to buy equipment. They still have to buy drugs. Okay, so I just looked a little bit.
A larger resource pool, right? Yeah.
15 times the resource pool based on what I'm looking at. But then again, they've got 50. How many times the amount of hospitals? I think there's 150 hospitals in that system. So you're talking about 10 times the hospitals and 15 times the money. There's a little bit more money. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Ascension Health is a for-profit company.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Company type for-profit, but it does say non-profit here. And it is it's something about a Catholic charity. So I think that there's definitely questions here as to what their status is.
Yeah, for sure. Because is it religious exemption almost for part of it?
Yeah, see, it says right here, the largest non-profit health system in the United States. It says right there in the about, okay? But here it says company type. That's got to be a mistake because they're clearly a non-profit. They've made 2 acquisitions. Here are their investments. And again, maybe this is where they've got their... Again, this is where we need like a Robbie Yeager, someone who follows the money.
Yeah.
They've got a venture fund. This is where they talked about their $15 billion venture capital fund is what's running this nonprofit system.
Cheetah Medical,
Allegan General Hospital, Presence Health Network. Interesting stuff. This is, by the way, Crunchbase that I'm looking at, which is an excellent resource for learning about companies and doing deep dives into corporate structure. In contrast, ThedaCare. Okay, this is kind of like a little about ThedaCare to show you what's up with them.
Right, like 14 counties.
Right, where their locations are, pretty tight knit area. Yeah, and it's
there at the base of the thumb.
And they're serving the community with 100 years and 6,800 employees. Now again, clearly they're not necessarily the greatest place to work because a bunch of people were bailing to go over to this other division, to this other health system. But look, you've had a great resignation where people have started to reevaluate and poke their heads up and see what's going on out there and what's my market value and can I get a better deal? Can I get a better life? Can I get a better working situation? And it's certainly in everybody's interest to explore that, to bone up your resume, to brush up your resume and put it out there. You never know what's going, who's going to find it and what they're going to offer. And, the only risk there is that your current employer finds it, but you can always just say, look, I keep a current resume out there because you never know. Again, I'm a fan of these employees. I absolutely think that they have a right to work wherever they want to work. I think that it's a tough situation when it comes to the two health systems and the judge. I'm not thrilled with what the judge did. I think that was, looking at the health interests of the community, quote unquote, by not having a level 2 staffed facility, but not holding Theta Care accountable to that is unacceptable. And I'm glad that they're already at work. And I did read down here that by Monday afternoon they were back. Oh yeah, this one looked at how much Ascension received in pandemic funds, right? Yeah. And that the corporation operates a VC fund with $15.5 billion in cash. But I know that
money involved in all of this. Just
that they did say that they were at their new jobs by Monday afternoon, effectively.
Yeah. Temporary restraining order.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That's what kept them at their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the judge sided with Ascension and lifted the injunction on Monday afternoon.
Okay.
Now, also, when did these Theta Care employees, when did the Theta Care employees resign? Did they give a full month's notice? Did they? Now it says they accepted the jobs at Ascension in December, but did they notify Theta Care when they accepted the jobs? Because not everybody does that right away.
Right away. I mean, you would then have to give your 2 weeks, and then, and that's depending on, a lot of places want more than 2 weeks, so,
right. It's just an interesting story. Again, it impacted people over 6 hours, but what it did was it really looked to try to set some type of precedent. Exactly. And that's what was fascinating to me. I didn't see too many people talk about it because it didn't really make a huge difference, but I thought it was really interesting.
No, but it could have made a difference for, future civil cases, right?
Absolutely. That's where my concern is.
It still might. Well, now it still might, right? Where, if that does happen, but things are slightly different, well, now you're stuck like going with that precedent since it was the last legal thing that was similar, right? So
right. Yeah, exactly. So the next story is another really interesting one I didn't see anybody talking about. And Hypocrite CEOs. And again, one of my favorites, Judd Legume, Popular Information. Everybody follow him. Before we get started on this.
Strange meeting at the White House. Yeah, go ahead.
Before we get started on this story, let's go back to just you and me. Let's say hi to people in chat. Holy shit, there's a bunch of people here. Ed, what's going on? I see Ed's chatting it up. Ed's in here. Vegan Succubus, welcome. Steve Cutler, what's happening? Valerie, Warren. So a bunch of people in here. Glad to see everybody. Thank you for coming. Really cool. Bunch of stories here, and then we're going to have some fun Reddit cringe with Reef later. So let's go back to the stories, and let's go back to Judd. Strange meeting at the White House. So I don't really follow what Joe Biden's doing on a day-to-day basis, but this one's kind of hilarious, right? So on Wednesday, he meets with private.
This is the one where he was like, "Yeah, I like driving around in that Hummer."
Yes. Yep. And he couldn't remember. And he couldn't remember where, right? And
I don't remember where or what it was or what happened or like he knew people were upset, but like just like, oh please help him, please.
Hilarious. Hilarious. So Biden has the private sector CEOs to talk about Build Back Better can grow the economy, even though didn't Build Back Better fail? Like, or this is the part of the one that did pass, okay? But the group of 10 executives include Mary Barra from GM and Jim Farley from Ford, Mark Benioff, our favorite World Economic Forum friend, DNC shill. The White House told CNBC all the executives attending the meeting support passing the Build Back Better Act, right? The proposal would make generational investments in education and childcare and clean energy and climate.
I got a bridge to tell you.
Well, no, those things might even be true, which they're corporate cash giveaways, but that's another story for another day.
Yep.
Okay, but first up was Tom Linebarger, CEO of Cummins, right? Tom Linebarger. Sorry, I don't want to get his name wrong.
And Cummins.
Cummins makes diesel engines. All right, they're world famous.
Yeah,
so
Peterbilt.
So CEO says Linebarger says, climate change is existential challenge of our time, and didn't want to tell his grandkids that he failed to make every effort. Platitudes upon this is DNC speak all day long, right? CBS.
It's
CBS. Dude, this is but this is like the veneer for the cameras to have the conversation. But wait, there's more. All right, so you've got Brad Smith from Microsoft, who did more of what Biden was looking for, not only endorsing the climate provisions, but also provisions related to childcare and education. And
please don't let Bill anywhere near my children. But
no, don't go near my little girls. People can only come back to work if they have a way to take care of their children. We have to get more Americans back to work. There you go. Back to work, fuckers.
Fucking pitchforking them right out into the fucking...
The last CEO to speak to the... All right, so it was Mary Barra, who was much more circumspect. I love Judd's so good. All right. Barra says she was attending to speak about climate change and our aligned goal as it relates to converting to an all-electric future. And she said that she looked forward to working with you in Congress on tax credits for EV vehicles, which, of course, she does, because that makes a ton of money for GM.
That would make her money, yes.
She also encouraged Biden to back a proposal that would devote $52 billion to improving the domestic supply chain for semiconductors, chips. We have a huge chip shortage going on in this world right now, calling it a national imperative. Right. Because they can't make enough cars. That's the thing. Right. They can't keep cars can't stay on the lot. All right. She pointedly did not discuss any other aspect of BBB, and Biden, of course, didn't ask. But what she also didn't mention is that she's the chair of the Business Roundtable, and here's where we get into the dirty. And I think we might have talked about Business Roundtable once before.
We have before, I think, yeah.
What is the Business Roundtable? It's a corporate lobbying group that spent millions opposing Build Back Better. And he's got all these members of the roundtable there talking about how much they love Build Back Better while they go back to their office and they fund this shit, okay, which is now spending millions of dollars on Facebook ads and wherever else to oppose this and influence people to
right
against
at the same time trying to get whatever they wanted out of it, just in case it goes through,
right. So do they now support Build Back Better? Has the Business Roundtable decided to drop its opposition? Well, of course, our inquiries have gone unreturned at Popular Information. Thank you, Judd. He's so good. He's a Robbie Yeager. He's a Donnie. He stays on the money. All right. Business Roundtable did not seek to work with the White House or Congress to make Build Back Better more business friendly. Instead, it launched a public campaign to kill the bill, arguing it would be catastrophic to the American economy. Again, I don't necessarily agree that Build Back Better was the greatest thing ever, but the point is the hypocrisy here.
Your economy. Yeah, right.
The point is the blatant, naked hypocrisy in what's going on here. Okay, now, Mary Barr just became chair of the Business Roundtable, but she's been a member of leadership for years. She's known exactly what's going on here. And she's helped orchestrate a campaign like this, or at least not been opposed to it, and allowed it to happen. All right? Now, again, she's the CEO of General Motors. So it's not like running the Business Roundtable is what she's focused on, maybe even 1 hour a week, honestly. That would be my guess. All right. However, that Business Roundtable is incredibly powerful and has a ton of influence because of the CEOs that are involved. So when the House passed it in November, Business Roundtable released a statement saying it was disappointed that the House voted in favor of one of the largest tax increases in the history of American job creators, and that the legislation would erode America's competitive standing and favor foreign competitors over American businesses and workers. Give me a break. Business Roundtable's opposition extended far beyond press releases. Okay, the organization has spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on Facebook ads designed to create grassroots opposition to BBB. And of course, my brother Judd brings receipts. Love it.
Receipts.
All right. So, one such ad that ran in December targeting West Virginia voters and asking them to contact Congress and tell them to say no to tax increases and protect West Virginia jobs. And who's that targeting? Joe Manchin.
Yep.
Right? They created a TV advertisement casting BBBs as a gift to America's foreign rivals. Again, foreigners, fear-mongering, fear. Here, just January 20th. This is like the day that they went to the week before they went to the White House. This Business Roundtable has given no indication that it's changed its position on Build Back Better. The org has tweeted about its opposition as recently as a week ago. And here's why the White House is playing along. Love this dude. He breaks it down. So it's clear why Mary Barra would attend a White House meeting. They want to appear dedicated to tackling climate change and other important issues. They don't want the reputation for undermining popular policies. But also, he agreed to electrify the entire U.S. fleet by 2030. And she stands to be one of the biggest benefactors that there is. Because General Motors, they're going to have to buy American, right? So you're basically talking about, you handed that to 3 companies, effectively at this point. Now, you have a lot of electric manufacturers now that are popping up in the United States specifically because of this. And it's spurring innovation, but it's also got some of these heavies involved. For example, so this is what happened. Biden wanted to get headlines like this: CEO support for his economic agenda. Yep. But this gives him the appearance of momentum. Of course, platitudes and appearances, when under the surface, even just slightly, it's nothing close to that. All right. And the public deserves to know the truth. So good.
Yep.
We need more guys writing like this. Again, he's definitely a liberal. He's to the liberal side, not necessarily a leftist, but I just love how much this guy chases the money. He's a tiger, and we need more like him.
A tiger.
Thank you, Judd. He's a tiger, like a toiga.
A toiger. I knew you were going to do
toy
that
like
one.
a toiga. You knew I had to go to Austin Powers, and
yeah.
All right, so I mentioned earlier we're going to go through Richard Medhurst. So this happened on Monday, and since we didn't do a show since Sunday, I did want to give it mention. It was covered pretty heavily on the left, of course, because we are such supporters of freeing Julian Assange and of keeping this case alive and talking about what's happening in the case, making sure people are educated and start to question and apply pressure to the government to drop the case. And that's what we have to continue to do. And the only way to do that is if you keep talking about it. If we don't keep talking about it, they're just going to continue to do what they're going to do anyway. Now, they may do that anyway, but they're certainly not going to do that without me saying something. So, my brother Richard Medhurst, who's the best, okay? UK High Court has permitted Julian Assange to submit an appeal to the Supreme Court after the appellate court okayed his extradition to the U.S. in December. So, what that means is that he now, it doesn't mean that they're going to hear the case. It means that he now has the permission to appeal and to appeal to the Supreme Court. Now, they can now decide whether they're going to take the case or not. And what he says here is that they're likely going to take the case. But we don't know. And we won't know for a couple of weeks. So the decision was delivered this morning at the Royal Courts of Justice in London by Ian Burnett and Timothy Holyroyd, the same judges who overturned the earlier district court judge's decision not to extradite him to the United States back in December. Okay. I know that there was a problem with the live feed, and everybody was given a link only minutes before they announced it. And by the time they were all able to dial in, the announcement had already been completed. Okay. Again, recapping that the Australian journalist and WikiLeaks founder faces up to 175 years in prison for publishing classified documents which reveal U.S. war crimes in Iraq, Afghanistan, and more. He's asked the High Court judges to certify 3 points of law of general public importance in order to appeal to the Supreme Court. And the High Court refused to Assange to leave to appeal, which is not unusual. However, it did at least certify 1 point of law, clearing the way for him to ask the Supreme Court to hear his case. Again, so good from Rich. Thank you. High Court certified just 1 point of law regarding whether it was correct for the appeals court to receive assurances from the requesting state which hadn't been provided before during the extradition hearing. And that's what the case, this is the actual document of the case. The pronouncement reads, number 2, the point of law certified is, in what circumstances can an appellate court receive assurances from a requesting state which were not before the court of first instance in extradition proceedings? Lots of legal speak.
Yep.
It is on this basis that Assange can make an application to the Supreme Court within the next 14 days to hear his appeal. Of course, they're going to do that. It is then up to the Supreme Court to decide whether it will even hear it, and it can take months, however long they want to do this. And that was one of the things I talked about with Misty when we did Action for Assange on Tuesday night. We were talking about this document that she brought up where Julian, back in 2012, laid out what they were going to do to him and how they were going to basically drag him out in legal battles for the next 25 years and shuffle him around the board, which is pretty much exactly what's happening. And it's a disgrace. It's heartbreaking. We want to see him freed. We will do whatever we can to continue to keep that awareness alive and encourage everybody to talk about this case with everybody they know. That's what we do. So, next story. This one's kind of funny because this is going to get some people upset. It was the first thing, and it's what the fuck, Bernie? So,
wait, what the fuck? You said?
What the fuck, Bernie?
What the fuck?
So, Alex Fingus, I mean, it's not really that surprised. I'm not really that surprised, but man, okay. This has been an ongoing pattern, and this is why I wanted to bring this up. So, Alex Fingus from World Socialist website talks about the King Soopers / Kroger strike that happened and the United Food and Commercial Workers Union that pushed through a deal without ever really letting the union membership have a discussion about a vote. They basically gave them and I'll go through this because this is so frustrating when you actually see the details, and then corporate media goes and champions this and runs around and acts, oh, they got such a great deal, good for them. And then you look at this. Yep. Okay. So 8,400 workers were on strike for 10 days in Colorado, I believe, as well as across other states. So the contract, which they claimed was ratified without publishing any vote totals, was a naked sellout, which includes every red line which the union had claimed it was demanding. Wages under the 3-year deal will start only slightly above the new minimum wage in Denver for most workers, with wage increases over the life of the contract well below inflation. It's so frustrating. Okay, co-premiums have been increased, especially for workers with family coverage. So in the end, this ends up being a loss. All right. A new clause explicitly prohibits workers from taking sick leave out of fear for catching COVID. So I don't know. I don't know how they managed to say, I can't come in today because I'm worried I'm going to get sick. If they are sick, they shouldn't be able to have sick pay. And the deal provides no meaningful protections against the spread of the virus in stores. I don't know. Again, they want to have something written in that they're going to maintain cleanliness or healthcare or HEPA standards? I can understand that. I don't think that's terribly unfair for a company that made billions of dollars. Okay.
Yeah.
Finally, a letter agreement is included, which stipulates that in the event that the union negotiates an even worse contract, management has the right to unilaterally impose that deal on the workforce. Wait, what? So all of a sudden, they ended the strike on Friday last week.
Effing F.
What?
Are you kidding me?
Wait, where'd he come from? Dude.
Yeah, he's here. He just hangs out.
Nice.
In
spite of Rockwell, wow, that just completely threw me off my game. Thank you. Okay. So here you go. Employees were given no time to review the deal ahead of time, and more than 8,000 workers were made to vote at a single location located far away from many workers' homes at an airport hotel. They took to social media before and after the vote to express frustration and anger both on the contract and the circumstances in which they were being made to vote. All right. The town hall was a publicity stunt at the UFCW, in which Bernie ran damage control for the union and sought to present the end of the strike as a victory. Now, I love Bernie. Bernie helped bring me into this. I think he helped bring a lot of us into this, but he's going to point out here that this is not the only time that this happened. Bernie is turning into Obama. He's turning into the strike killer. All right. And this is and he's going to show the evidence of what's going on here. The pair spent nearly 50 minutes pining over the supposed success of the union, with Cordova declaring that strikes work and somewhat defensively that we won, I'm telling you, while Bernie argued for the supposed importance of the unions in presenting other workers with similar victories. Indeed, the contract itself was such a naked betrayal that neither Sanders nor the union can even attempt to spin its contents in a positive light, so nothing of substance concerning the contract was raised during the entire event. Dude, you had him there.
Yeah.
You talked about what you were going to get and that you won, and you didn't tell them what they won?
Yeah.
Embarrassing, Bernie. Embarrassing. Neither Sanders, Cordova, nor two hand-picked workers who appeared at the event made a single comment about the contents of the deal. All that was said is that we won. See, no sellout. Hear, no sellout. Speak, no sellout. Right. That's their mantra. Garbage. All right. In one revealing episode, Sanders asked Cordova, how was it that workers at the largest supermarket chain could not afford to buy enough food? All right. And we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, that Hamilton Nolan, in these times, there was a report that came out, 14% of Kroger employees were homeless. Not just couldn't afford to buy food, homeless. And that they wouldn't give these people full-time work to the point that they could get benefits, but they keep them just under full-time work to stop.
Yeah, so that
to stop having to offer them health care. They have to pay so much for health care because they can't get health care through their employment that they can't afford a home. It's grosser than gross. All right. So again, an appearance by Sanders has increasingly become a mark of death for strikes and other forms of protest by workers. Whenever he appears on the picket line or at a rally or town hall meeting, it is the clearest indication that the unions are in the process of betraying and shutting down a struggle.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yes, we did. All right, this was the case for the BCTGM union in Battle Creek with Kellogg's. He didn't even acknowledge the existence of a tentative agreement, which had been just announced by the union on the previous day. And a leaked management email shortly after he spoke revealed that the new TA was virtually identical to the one to which the workers had rejected weeks ago, and they were relying on the assistance of the union to push it through. The only difference was the strikers were able to keep their jobs. They didn't offer
Yeah.
anything else in concessions. And it would
Literally, you can
end the
have your
strike
jobs
and we
back.
won't fire you.
Yeah.
And the union took it. All right. His role in promoting and maintaining illusions in the... Yeah. Thanks, man.
You're good.
His role in promoting and maintaining illusions in the pro-corporate unions mirrors his role in the Democratic Party politics. He describes himself as a democratic socialist, but he's long used his insincere label in order to capture growing discontent over social inequality in order to contain it and funnel it back to the Democratic Party. Shepherd. Bernie the Shepherd. Okay? On Sunday, the day before the town hall, he's all over the TV show. He's all over the Sunday shows, talking about failure of Democrats to pass even limited social spending bill and blaming right-wing Democrats like Sinema and Manchin. And again, love you, Bernie, but dude, what are you doing? What are you doing?
He's got to earn his love back.
No, he's done. He's not going to earn that love back. He's gone. I mean, we've lost him. We lost the squad. We've lost everything. They all get co-opted. They sell out. They go for the money. They go for the party. They go for the power. They go for the popularity. They go to not have corporate media smearing them and attacking them and people on Twitter screaming at them 24/7. Maybe there's a few on Twitter, but they just block us. We're a whole lot easier to ignore, I guess. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to read a story like this.
Well, it's just the fact that, like...
Now, this is a bunch of horse
like
manure
Sanders.
right here. What is the pseudo left?
Yeah.
This is the biggest bunch of garbage there is right here. But look, I don't agree with everything this publication puts out. I think that they do some phenomenal work and they got some excellent writers.
Okay, the fact that they're willing to say in this thing that, like, yeah, Bernie Sanders can mark the fucking death nail of a fucking strike, like, you know, even they're seeing it to some degree where it's like, yeah, they can put out that, like, drivel, right? But somebody is able to, like, figure this out. So, you know, who knows? Like,
Germs. Yes. And Big Mad Crab said more sound effects, please.
Yep.
Thanks, Bernie.
Jimmy found that real funny.
Dude, I didn't think it was very funny. All right. So, now there was another worker uprising type of thing, and I don't want to. We're going to get to the Canadian thing later, but there was another one I didn't see anybody talking about. Popular Resistance picked it up from Portside, Magnolia State Live. Bus drivers in Mississippi. We're going on strike to protest low pay, but wait, look at how much they got approved. They approved $25 an hour.
County. Okay.
Jefferson Davis County.
Yeah, oh yeah, I know where that's at.
All right.
Yeah. It's over there near Hancock County.
All right. They wanted to put emergency pay in place to hire emergency drivers $25 an hour, but regular drivers are getting 12 to 15.
Okay.
Right. So the drivers say there are several former drivers in the district that have CDLs. The $25 an hour is simply an enticement in our time of need. And Wilson says, I stand with our bus drivers and I vote no. Okay, I have zero problem with anyone willing to drive our buses. I do have a problem with $25 an hour. Well, I don't have a problem with $25 an hour. I think all of them should be paid $25 an hour. Especially, look, I put my kids on a school bus every morning.
Mm-hmm.
That dude's got to wear a mask.
Yeah, you pretty much would pay. Like, imagine if you just paid the bus driver directly how much money you'd give him to take your kid to school. You'd probably give him, you know, like you'd give him $25 for each kid practically. Like here you go, you know,
right?
Like, yeah.
So, following morning, bus drivers went on strike. And what happened? They got their pay increased to $20 an hour.
$20 an hour. So they took a compromise. Okay.
Right. Wait. So That's what he recommended. This is not it. I want to make sure I point this out. We have to move up. No employee in this district should make less than 10. We need to move up from there and then continue to move. Sure. Okay. Strike was not necessary. Didn't cause any major issues. Parents stepped up and dropped off kids. Everyone drove their route. Every student that was going to school today went to school, and every teacher that had an opportunity to teach taught. Blah, blah, blah. $20 an hour pay raise passed unanimously. Of course it did.
Well, I mean, I've seen there was somewhere recently where bus drivers went on strike where they still kept, I think it was in Japan, they still kept paying. Like, they still kept taking people. They just told them to stop paying the fare.
Yes,
right?
that's exactly what they did. That's right, because they wanted to hurt the...
Right.
No, it was Australia. I think we covered that. They still went to work, and they still got people to work. But they didn't charge a fare, and the private company and the government ended up suffering, and it cost them a ton of money.
For whatever, exactly. Yep.
So, this was a story, holy crap. I did not see this talked about anywhere. Left Voice, good catch. You know, they talked about these laws, these draconian laws that had been put out about running over protesters. And, look, the left protests. And this was done so that right-wingers could run over protesters and run through a crowd with impunity and just without consequence, essentially. So what happened? A protester in Washington. Now they were in an anti-homeless rally in Tacoma. So around 8 o'clock, run over by a speeding truck. Okay, protest. In attendance were many prominent local business leaders, Chamber of Commerce, and other concerned citizens. Right. So, the protest, organized by Tacoma Housing Now, was in response to the Tacoma Safe Rally being held in the LeMay's Car Museum.
Okay.
So they held discussions and speeches at this rally. And they wanted to, the attendees offered support for a controversial municipal ban on public camping, a euphemism for banning public homelessness, which has been enacted by many nearby cities. Right. Our friend Anna Kasparian's big advocate of this, I believe.
Oh, God.
Right.
Fuck you.
Right. They also proposed increasing funding for police which they claim has been overwhelmed with emergency calls and unable to respond to crime. Yeah, exactly. They're unable to respond to crime.
Yeah.
They should not even be dealing with this.
A parade, but crime.
Their biggest concern, however, was the rise in property crime and theft, which various small businesses owners also testified to. So, after the protester was run over, the police made no effort to track or locate the vigilante driver, despite several officers having just spoken about their enthusiasm for catching criminals.
Yep.
Okay, again, this is far from the first act of violence committed against protesters. In January of last year, 2 protesters were run over by a Tacoma police car, sparking riots.
Oh, yeah.
In Seattle, multiple protesters were killed, shot, and maimed during the 2020 protest, during that chop. The zone that they had where what a mess that was. Right, the problem of police murder. All right, for example, the execution of Manuel Ellis is far from a local one. All right, make no mistake, this rally, while under the guise of safety, was about the security and safety at some at the expense of others. No mention was made of the violence committed against our houseless neighbors or the dehumanizing sweeps in the lives they destroy. No realistic plan was drawn for moving the unhoused out of encampments other than the vague humanitarian promises of expanded shelters. But in all cases, business owners are the priority, of course. Capitol.
Yep.
An outstanding article.
Protect the money.
Yeah. Safety of this capitalist class and their quest for profit are not only incompatible with the safety of homeless, houseless, and working class people, but in fact require the deprivation of the latter's security. Therefore, we must demand that this assailant be brought to some form of justice. Again, there's cameras everywhere. You tell me they can't figure out who this was? All right. We demand justice for Manuel Ellis's killers, for all others maimed and murdered at the hands of police, both here and internationally. I think that that's a bit of a tall ask.
Yeah.
Okay. We must also lend our support to Tacoma Housing Now and other groups across the nation in their efforts to, at the front lines, to provide immediate and uncompromising housing solutions, such as the occupation of a motel in the port of Tacoma, which drew ire, threats, and harassment from the far right. And we must support their efforts to end the housing crisis where the capitalist class has clearly failed. And what they're talking about here is 43 unhoused people occupied the Port of Tacoma Travelodge over Christmas.
Yeah, okay.
It was probably a shuttered hotel.
Oh.
There's Rebecca Parsons. Oh, we like her.
Yeah.
She's based. She's friend of the show. Friend of the channel. Awesome.
Cool.
Maybe we'll have a conversation with Rebecca about this. I'd love to learn a little bit more.
Idea.
This is fascinating.
That's a lot of cop cars
Sure is.
for one thing.
More safe than I felt anywhere else. So they took over this hotel. Now, I don't know if it was shuttered or alt-right extremists were present
Back in
during the
my day-
eviction. Yeah, great. You had
You
Oath
could
Keepers.
Back in my day, you could live in a van down by the river. You know? I mean, when did that stop being okay?
Yeah.
Oh,
Again, I didn't see anybody else talking about a protester getting run over in Tacoma. I didn't see anything about
No.
these 43 people taking over a Travelodge in Washington. That, you know, and I thought everyone should see that story. So that's another good one for how do we miss that? Okay, now we got into the last story, which is going to be the Canadian trucker story. And this one is fucking weird. It's controversial.
We've been talking about trucker strike for a minute now.
Look,
you know,
I have, but from what it sounds like, this is not the kind of trucker strike that we were talking about necessarily. But hey, trucker strikes are trucker strikes, and they prove doing this still proves the effectiveness of a trucker strike.
Effectiveness of it, because they're worried about it. Yeah,
right, and the fear that happens, and and what it can do to a community, and how much strength there is in labor. All right, now here we go. Cool. Let's go.
Oath Invalid is talking about Oath Keepers were just accused of treason, including their leader.
Yes, I saw that. The guy in Texas they caught on the run.
Okay.
He was one of the founders of the Oath Keepers. And again, you scratch far enough, I guarantee you're going to see some cops, ex-military. There's definitely some authoritarianism in there. What? Oh, I'm not on the right screen. Yep. So this started back on January 17th. This caught up from CDL Life, which is just, a truckers industry type
CDL,
of publication. Right? Talking about how
driver's license.
Delays were reported at the U.S.-Manitoba border, as a group of truckers demonstrated against new vax requirements that went into effect over the weekend. So this is I like this because this does not really have a bias to it. This really just kind of tells you, here's what happened. And here's what's going on. And then we're going to get into the back and forth of the he said, she said, and geez, there's people with Confederate flags and Trump flags and all kinds of stuff. And it's a right-wing thing. It's a left-wing thing. The left-wings are saying that the Trudeau government is bringing right-wingers. It's the craziest story that you've ever seen. But meanwhile, the truckers, man, love it.
I am highly surprised at news anymore, but yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Starting around 3 a.m. on Monday, a group of truckers performed a slow roll protest on Highway 75 between Emerson Duty Free and the Commercial Inspection Station, according to Global News. Demonstration reportedly blocked all lanes of traffic at the border and caused traffic disruptions.
Yep. Evergreen sliding over.
Right? Local outlets report that was 30 to 40 truck drivers that participated in the slow roll. Some cars and pickup drivers also joined the demonstration. And they've got...
Who's got that horn?
Is that you, Reef? Is that the new soundboard? Okay, so so drivers demonstrated against sweeping vax requirements put into place by the Canadian government January 15th, requiring all U.S. truck drivers entering Canada to show proof of vaccination. So now not only are they requiring Canadian truck drivers, but any American truck driver, U.S. truck driver that wants to come in also has to be that unvaccinated Canadian truckers who are returning from the U.S. also have to quarantine for 14 days. Now, as it turns out, there were only like
you're crossing the border.
There were only like 10% of the total number of truck drivers in general that had not gotten the shot, according to the statistics and what was being reported on TV. And again, we'll get into that. But last week they said they would drop the quarantine requirement for unvaccinated Canadian truck drivers, but they later said this statement was issued in error and the quarantine requirement would stand. So mixed messaging on top of it all. Right? Some members of the trucking community pointed out a 2-week quarantine would be financially devastating for drivers and smaller trucking companies. So U.S. is expected to enforce a similar mandate starting January 22nd.
Right.
And the CTA estimated that the vaccine mandate would force 12 to 16,000 cross-border truckers to leave their jobs. All right. Now, that is the facts. That is unbiased. All right.
Right. They're mad about what are they mad about? They're mad about,
the mandate
across the border multiple times, right? Which then would require them to have to spend multiple, days at checkpoints and
in quarantine, because once they went through the border, okay.
Yeah, they're gonna have to quarantine.
If they didn't
have to sit there
for another 2 weeks before they can haul back and give a load, and these guys drive every week, every day, who knows? Week. I mean, how frequently what they're driving.
If you didn't, places would end up without food, water.
Now this is in Manitoba. Now this then turns into a convoy of some shape.
We got a convoy.
And now, 9 days later, trucker convoy took 2 hours to roll through Toronto. Natasha Finlayson had never seen anything like it in Dryden. Okay? It took 2 hours to roll through. It was something to see. Truck after truck after truck, part of the Freedom Convoy, which made their way east toward Ottawa for a weekend of protest. And I've got some more on this, and it's what's worrisome is the
current world record for a convoy, 7.5 kilometers and 480 trucks.
Right? 480 trucks. It means that there are 480 drivers. All right. That's and easily, and this is just one of the convoys. They're coming from the east and from the U.S. and all from around Toronto to Ontario too.
Yeah, because I mean, my aunt and uncle are truckers, and they're constantly in and out of Canada, so
right.
They get sent up there all the time as a normal trucker, especially if you're a trucker on that tri-state area. You're in and out of Canada all the time.
Hotels are running out of rooms as the Capitol braces for a huge onslaught of demonstrators. Well, capitalism. Time will tell what actually does happen. Again, a lot of these trucks have sleeper cabs, so I don't know if they're necessarily going to be this. It could be like one of these situations.
Turn it up a bit. Yep.
Where the Zoomers will book all the hotel rooms and then not show up too. Right?
Oh. Yep.
Is that a solo cup? A mini solo cup on top of your nice.
Yeah. So I got the fan going, so it if I don't cap it, all the stuff just spills out. So I got a little mini solo cup. It's right on top there, perfect. Ingenuity, boy.
Nice.
Ingenuity.
Nice.
When you need a newer engine.
Can you?
What? Can I what?
Back. Oh, there you go. Your beard's kind of cut off a little bit. There you go. That's better.
Gotcha.
I put your nameplate up, so I'm trying to frame you a little better. Getting back to the truckers. You can do that too. Now you're out of focus. Now you're in focus. Okay, so it's already getting a great deal of attention. Okay, they talk about Trump Jr. has gotten on social media. Joe Rogan talked about it. Theo Fleury appeared on Fox News. Right. In Canada, much of the coverage has been focused on potential racist participants of the fear of a January 6th style insurrection. Except that what's happened all weekend was a peaceful protest, and I can show you a Reuters article, but they wanted me to sign up for Reuters in order to be able to show it to you.
I can fix that. Remind me, and I'll get you that plug-in.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
But again, they're yelling about the small number of far-right vocal opposition that's polluting the discourse this winter. Okay. Justin Trudeau calling the unvaccinated racist and misogynist, which is crazy.
Because the guy appearing in yes.
Okay. A fringe minority of people, he called them, who are on their way to Ottawa that don't represent the the views of Canadians. Well, if they represent Nazism and hate speech, yes, but if they're against mandates, they may not necessarily be. Tens of thousands of supporting this grassroots pilgrimage seem to be unfazed by this predictable pushback. Right.
480 Canadians couldn't possibly, voice the views of Canadians.
The convoy has more than 600,000 Facebook followers, and a GoFundMe has raised more than 5.6 million. Well, wait a minute.
5.6 million? What?
No. They raised 9 million.
9 million. That's even crazier.
Okay.
What are they
for more than
do
72,000 contributors. However, every time there's an anonymous donation, they think that that's a right-wing whatever and a white supremacist and a what?
But we've been saying this for months, right? Like, where, like, look at, like, if you made a general strike fund, right? How much you would raise? Like, look
to support the truckers. Look what they're doing. Look what they're doing. Now, the problem is that it does not say anywhere on the GoFundMe, and this is what happened. I think GoFundMe actually yanked this for a while because it didn't specifically say exactly where the money was going to go.
Go. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So what's going to happen when this convoy arrives in Ottawa? Canadians will soon find out. Well, unfortunately, you'd probably have to go to like Rumble or Odyssey to find out. And BitChute also was one of the sites that they were streaming the convoy live.
Twitter was super upset in the thread where someone put BitChute in and Twitter was like, this is suspicious.
Yes, they do not like BitChute. Why? Because everybody, all the doctors that question COVID narrative are on BitChute. It's really, I'll tell you, I'm an independent that leans left, left lean. That's a hardcore right wing site. Okay, it is. It's a video site. It's a platform, but the people who are on there, they tend to be. Now, also, I will also say, Corbett Report's on there. Lance American Vagabond's on there. Whitney Webb's done interviews on there. But for the most part, what I've seen is pretty, what would be considered to be extreme right. Again, all fairness. All right, now, again, this is the GoFundMe for the Freedom Convoy. All right, money raised will be dispersed to our truckers to aid them with the cost of the journey. Funds will be spent to help cover the cost of fuel for truckers. First and foremost, will be used to assist with food if needed and to contribute shelter if needed.
Like almost like a general strike fund would have done, almost like that. Oh.
Liar.com donated
like that.
$42,000 to this. It was a top donation.
I feel like that's fucking like what? Liar.com. Okay. What is that, like the Liar sequel? You know, just Liar. No,
I don't know, man, but that's a lot of $10,000 donation, anonymous $10,000 donations, and that's what people are concerned about. Where are these coming from?
Yep.
Okay. And then, of course, it gets insane. Our friends over at RT.
Where's I
right now
find Max's tweet.
Now we know that there's been a battle of state media agencies, let's call it. BBC has been battling with RT, has been battling with YouTube, has been battling with, of course, the U.S., State Department, which is trying to deem RT like bad guys, of course.
Yeah, and Sputnik, and yep.
Right?
Yep.
So, and we got to hook Valerie up with what that bot is. Also, we got to tell her, but we'll do that.
Oh.
That'll let you see the Reuters stuff. But CBC says that Russian actors might have instigated the massive protest convoy that shut down Ottawa. Come on. Really? So we know that a cross-country convoy jammed the streets of Ottawa in protest against vaccine mandates. Might seem like grassroots pushback against government overreach, but of course, CBC TV has offered a more sinister explanation. Russia did it. Russia.
Marsha.
All right, so Freedom Convoy giving Canada's support of Ukraine in this crisis with Russia. I don't know that it's far-fetched to ask, but there is concern that Russian actors could be continuing to fuel things as this protest grows, but perhaps even instigating it from the outset. Putin did it, exactly, invalid. So
Putin
didn't offer any evidence, of course. I'm going to defer to our partners in the public safety, the trained officials and experts in that area. Yes, I'll just talk out my ass with no evidence and no backup and put it out there and let a bunch of people on TV believe it and start repeating talking points. Trucking
Tuesday? Oh, yeah. The Max tweet.
There we go.
Yeah.
CBC suggests Russia is behind the truckers and convoys in Canada. Putin drive polar bear. Zaki, friend of the show. Patricia Dowling, outstanding. Hinkle,
all the greats.
Everybody's in there. Zaki commenting on everybody. Bill Nye, the highest guy. What's happening, dude?
Bill Nye.
Come on, man. Invade Ukraine. No.
But this is the happiest. This is the happiest I've seen Putin in a long time. Is driving this truck.
He looks as happy as Trump was driving the Caterpillar truck. So
I like big wheel thing.
So again, talking about what happened, unacceptable views. A lot of the language that you saw. Yeah, a counter-protester was seen Saturday evening saying, "Fuck your white nationalist agenda," while Canadian television reporter Mackenzie Gray was quick to post a Twitter message proclaiming, "Our first Confederate flag of the day here on Parliament Hill."
In Canada?
Multiple observers
What?
replied that Gray had spotted the first Fed of the day, meaning that federal agents seeking to discredit the post.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in, like, come on, guys. Like,
Well,
what are you doing?
maybe, yeah, but is it possible that there's a Dukes of Hazzard fan among the group?
It must be, dude. It's just the General Lee, man. The fuck you talking about? You ever see the Grant? You seen the guy who made the Grant?
I mean, look, there
it's
are
like blue and it's like opposite.
I think that Canada definitely has a pigmentation situation. Let's call it.
I mean, it is the Great White North.
Overwhelmingly white, I would say.
Yep. You betcha, bud.
Yeah.
Don't you know?
So, is it possible that you had some fans of the Confederate South there, and especially ones who may lean conservative and drive trucks and watch American conservative TV? It's possible.
Had a few of those Canadians.
Then they don't necessarily have to be feds. Honestly, like, that's kind of a smooth brain take to assume that automatically all of them are feds. Though somebody even suggested they were paid by the Canadian government to be there and march with that flag, and that to me is a bridge too far. I can't square that circle.
Yep.
I just can't.
It's still like whatever. I just think it's highly more likely that like it's a prank, if anything. Like, it's somebody being fucking super fucking facetious and shit. It's in Canada, like, you know, like you couldn't have figured out like the Southern Canadian battle flag or something, like something, you know,
Man.
like down with the Quebecois, like, you know, something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, because these definitely aren't the fucking French Canadians.
No, those guys are hardcore. You got any fucking beer?
Hardcore.
They're hardcore parkour.
Beer, huh?
Oh, they're good. They're funny. Okay, so that's
Canadian accents. It's the best.
That's what I've got for tonight. I knew we ran a little long, and the Canadian trucker thing. So again, you've got the conservatives yelling about, of course, vaccine mandates, but you've got Robert F. Kennedy involved, and now you've got people calling everybody who's involved an anti-vaxxer. They're not necessarily against vaccines. They're against vaccine mandates. Then you've got the liberals that are running around saying that this is a right-wing white supremacist conspiracy theory, lunatic fringe group of tiny little, you know, a small group of people that 85,000 truckers are still doing their jobs across Canada, and that this still represents a small fringe sect of the public, but they're loud and they're not necessarily wrong. And that's the thing that really drives the libs crazy, is that they don't have an argument about this when all the science and all the data that keeps coming out about this stuff. And again, I don't want to get into trouble with our friends over here, but there are legitimate reasons to ask questions. So I'm going to leave it at that. And I did want to cover this. I thought it was important. I support truck drivers. I don't support white supremacists. And I support and I am opposed to mandating vaccines on an entire population. You vaccinate the people who need to be vaccinated.
Well, and it's the classic on issues, right? You know. But,
exactly.
Yeah, so a couple of truckers came into town the other day. It's like it's what this bucket seems like. Anyway.
All right, I'm ready for some boats. So let's get to that. Here we go.
I watch YouTube. Boats that smash into other boats.
It's boats.
Thank you, Jimmy. Boom.
Nice. So I had to hit this button, right? Right? So did you know black pepper can relieve marijuana-induced paranoia?
Really? I'm a big fan
Apparently.
of fresh crushed black pepper. Actually,
Yeah, like steak au poivre, you know?
hell yeah.
Like, that's the good stuff. But the first thing was like, the first time I ever smoked weed, my friend told me this, and I ended up getting extremely uncomfortably high. So I ate so much black pepper that I threw up. Right? I bet when you were throwing up, you weren't thinking about
the paranoia. That's
were
true.
you?
Yes, that's true.
Anyway.
Upvote that for sure.
You
Oh,
see your homie rolling another blunt. Oh God. Oh. Oh, I didn't know Shane wrestled, but that's fun. Anyway,
may he rest in peace.
but yeah. So
Nice.
have you used? I want to.
It's like
For
the
the
candle
newer
wick.
stoners. For the right. So this is hemp wick, right? You should have hemp wick on hand, like you do. Even though I don't light bowls anymore, I let a coal-fired power plant do that for me now. But hemp wick, light stuff at a lower temperature, right? So because the hemp wick burns at a lower temperature than like butane does out of a lighter, so you end up with a tastier hit, right? What you do is you light a candle and then you fucking light the hemp wick with the candle, and you get lovely hits, thusly. Real tasty stuff with the hemp wick. Just saying.
Got a cough to get off, right?
Yeah, till you get to my neck of the woods where you have that coal-fired power plant just gently warming it, you know. So yeah, can you turn me up a little bit?
Can
in
I?
Discord?
In Discord?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
How about now?
And you might turn yourself down a little bit in OBS.
That's Indie Mike Live, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Just a tad, I think.
Yep.
Just try to balance us out. You should be able to see what I'm at and if I'm above things. So.
No, we're both yellow to red. Next.
Cool. So that's a spark plug, right?
That is a spark plug.
It's a pipe.
Of course it is. Love it.
Not a spark plug. It's a pipe. I love pipes like this. I don't know about you, but the hidden in plain sight pipes are great. You know, I hope he kind of made it out of a fucking spark plug, but that's probably not safe. But what'd you do after smoking this? Me, let me get a large napkin and a boneless fork.
Damn. Wow.
Dude, look at that shit, though. That's some fucking purple.
That is some purple.
That's some fucking green.
That is some purple haze. And damn, those are some. Are those dabs? I mean, like.
Yeah, I think those are little nuggets of dab.
Oh my lord.
You know? So, this bong you recognize from last week's Reefer After Dark,
yes.
Right? This bong.
That was outstanding. Oh, the family that was the best Christmas morning I've ever seen.
Yeah, the Toklers. But yeah, they found the so my brother has the same bong in the Christmas Folgers parody, right?
Oh my god.
So they found the real one.
So good.
And I will make sure to figure out where we can get one.
Oh my god.
Right? And I'll send it to you because you seem to be down for that. But after you smoke it, you could go to Anna's Food Mart. If I could get you some munchies, baby.
Wow.
Like Anna's Food Mart. Who? What? Where?
Food
right next
Mart,
to the Blind
Mart,
Onion.
Food Mart. Food Mart.
Food Mart. Anna's Food Mart. Never forget. So this is happening.
Nice.
I don't
Ross
know.
for less.
I don't know if the,
$3.99.
Ross for less. Damn right. $3.99, baby. That's a good deal. Right? It should be $4.20, but you know. But I like how this is the like you want your car to smell like weed now. You know? That's what we're doing.
Yep. We're doing that.
Wild hemp. No, officer, it's my tree. What?
Well, That is a way to. Yes.
Yeah,
Nice salad.
that was that joint earlier.
Nice
Yep.
salad.
Yeah.
Weed, Keith, and Debs.
Yep. Here you go. It's
gonna spark this little bong joint.
What? What? What's he gonna do when it goes to light that whole?
Holy shit. It's ripping, bro.
I don't know. It turns you chipmunk, apparently.
I got it. This is absolutely crazy. This is ripping.
Well, of course it's ripping, but what's gonna happen when half the paper burns
Like
off?
it's actually
It's gonna
fucking
drop.
smoking. Holy shit.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. What a waste.
We'll never know. We'll never know. I bet it smoked fine, actually. You know? I bet it smoked just fine.
Charlie Brown's at $3.99 for plausible deniability. Take my money.
Take my money. Yeah. That's fucking great.
Outstanding.
Diet Coke left the same. When you're high as fuck in the corner and your friend asks you if you're good.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I'm all right, homie.
Yeah,
I'm
good.
fucking fine.
I'm good.
I'm fucking in space, dog, but I'm good.
Am I?
So, New York peeps. You gotta find Uncle Bud.
Oh, Ed. Come on, Ed. You're still here, right? No. I'm guessing
You
not.
you gotta find Uncle Bud. They be selling the
Damn,
500
dank gummies.
milligrams. Dank gummies, baby. You know, you gotta use them that dank gummies at Uncle
Dude,
Bud's. Like, you have to be able to find
I love what
this.
he did with the bus.
That's awesome, right?
It's like a shuttle
That's
bus
a fucking
converted.
weed on wheels, baby. Like, you know. Like,
It's
dude,
like
I
a-
want to work here. What do you mean? I want that bus.
It's like a converted shuttle bus.
Right? Oh, well, that's dope. Dude, these are going to knock people on their ass. 500 milligrams in that? Okay. Jesus. So, I just thought this was cool. How big do you think root stems are on the old weed plant?
Oh, I would guess that they're probably pretty big in this case. Oh my God.
Yeah.
What?
That's what I'm talking about. That's a healthy boy.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, female, but
Hydro,
yes.
baby.
Long legs on that one.
Hydro.
Look how dense it is. Look at that.
So thick.
That's
Thickens.
crazy. That's crazy. Dude, I just want that, like, it looks like a cake of ramen noodles. You know?
Yeah. Yes, it
Anyway.
does.
It's a ramen noodle cake.
Big one.
So, I figured we'd have some father and son bonding here.
Oh boy.
Right?
I'm scared.
Dude, is this a gravity? Are they gravity bonging basically?
All I'm taking to difficulty.
Yeah, this is the astronaut rig.
We're going to the moon. Let's go, Uncle Bobby. Space power.
Oh my
baby.
God. Oh my God. He's gonna kill his dad.
Shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
He's gonna kill his dad. Oh my God. Send me that. I gotta send that to my dad.
Okay.
Now it's like a gravity bong. Look, look, look. Oh my God. Ah! Wow. He's dying like me. Oh.
I don't know why the fuck do they
Oh,
sound like they're in
shit.
the middle of fucking. Oh shit! Fuck, we gotta go park the car. God, it's fucking crazy. What are we fucking doing? It must be one of Steve's friends.
That was insane. What the hell
Is
are
it
you
not?
doing? Okay, when you're putting a water jug over your head head with a hose attached to it.
I've seen better than that. I've seen
You
a little
might have got a
astronaut
little too
helmet.
far. Damn, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And they're just shoving it straight in. There you go. There's the bonding with dad.
Okay.
So I found what some fucking buddy thought was a good idea.
Oh, we've
This
definitely
is nightmare
bought
fuel.
We've definitely bought pictures like that, blankets like that for a relative.
That's terrifying. How are they smiling in this picture? That is. I would be. Imagine this like as a shower curtain or something. Just fucking like you'd oh dude, you'd run out of the house.
That'd
You'd
be
be
great.
gone. Bye.
That would be great.
So here you go. This is the one of the few dangers of weed.
Gatorade bottle bong. Okay, that is not a lighter.
That is not hemp wick, people.
Okay, is he? Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
You're good, bro. You're good. You
Oh, it's gonna stink for a while. That smell of burning hair you're not gonna get rid of for a little bit.
And weed. Burning hair and weed. But here we got another one. I think this guy got a little too high.
So my girlfriend just got me these cutesy little salt and pepper shakers that say, "You're the salt to my pepper." And I was getting ready to put the salt in them because, you know, that's what you use them for. But then I realized that I don't know which one to put the salt in. Because this one says, "You're the salt." And if these two shakers are talking to each other, which...
Right.
It would say, "I'm the salt."
Yeah.
This one is saying, "You're the salt." And then this one goes, "To my pepper." So this one's saying that it's not the salt.
Yeah.
And this one's saying that it is the pepper.
Right.
So are they both pepper? Because
Maybe.
I don't know if this makes any sense to anybody else, but like...
It doesn't.
Is this one supposed to be a mixture of salt and pepper? Because this one's saying it has salt in it.
No, it's
Or
garlic
is
powder.
it just, it says the word salt on it, so I put salt in it. This says pepper on it. I have no idea what's going on.
Awesome. Awesome.
He has no idea what's going on.
Love it.
I just, I don't know how it's unexpected, but, you know, I'm down for it. So,
Dad zone. Here we
into
go.
the dad zone. You already know. Yep. So that's a crab. Shout out to Mad Crab here in the chat.
Dun, 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 dun,
What do
dun,
big
dun,
mad
dun,
crabs
dun, dun,
do?
dun. Oh,
What do you think a big mad crab does, Indy?
They bite. They pinch.
They bite? They pinch. They
They
pinch.
pinch.
What do they pinch, Indy?
They pinch Daddy's balls!
Oh!
I knew this was Dad zone. I knew where it was going.
Yep. We'll
2 hours
oh,
later.
God, it freezes right there.
Damn.
Oh,
Ow.
I've been pinched by crabs. Those are no fun. So here you go. This is
Well, at least
Halloween,
at least whoever was operating the camera put the camera down to help.
down to help. Yep.
Oh, this is creepy. Is that a kid riding a bike with an it?
Yep.
Oh! and he's okay.
He's okay. I just think the laugh in that was fucking the best part. Those fucking
Nice.
people are freaking out.
Nice.
Ready? What do you think happens here?
Is that a potato or an apple or a tomato? Tomato.
Yep. Fucking Bobby.
Oh. Yeah, that should have been
Like, what did
obvious to me.
What did he think was gonna happen? Like, that's what I'm wondering. Like,
He wasn't, well,
what did he
obviously
think?
there was one word missing there, and that was think.
Yep. I'm surprised. Like, when those get like slightly bigger, they'll just wreck shit. Just fucking, you know, they'll wipe out stuff when they hit. But speaking of water, right? I think this one hasn't figured out how to drink it. Yeah, there's some. I got some more. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Give me some more
It's
of that.
cold, it tastes
I like
good.
that. I love this. Mmm. Delicious. Moist. Like, I don't know why I had that, but I just thought you would find that funny. But it's the sound, right? It's the sound.
Uh-oh. Oh. Oh.
Like, it's the sound.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
boing, novere patret filii spiritus sanctum. Speaking of sounds, right? What is that? What is hello? What are those letters? Do we know these letters? You know these letters, right?
We know what those letters are, yes.
These are like English letters, right?
Okay, what language is this?
I think it's Spanish.
Okay, go ahead. Say your alphabet. Okay.
Wait.
What?
What is it?
Okay.
O T O mo T mo T O T O.
Okay.
Wait,
Fucking
what?
perfect.
You are fluent.
In what?
What the kind
In what was that again?
Okay, what language?
What was that again? Gutta.
Sure.
What is this?
OG family.
Explain. OG family. That was great. I think of Spanish. The need for speed, Indy. It's the only pursuit worth going for, right?
Uh-oh.
He's okay. So, what do you think will happen here, kids at home? Will he
Wall.
A, hit a wall? Will he B, hit the floor? Or 3, none of the above? That's it.
He rolled it into
He's okay.
Cool.
Yeah, that's his like electronic scooter.
You know what he was going to try to do? Jump back onto it.
Right?
He was running off it. He was going to try to jump back onto it and ride it again. If you watch.
I think he just bailed. And like...
Because it was going too fast and he saw the pool coming?
Yeah. And like he bailed and this just happened to head back to the pool. But, you know, because you have 2 boys.
Misael. Misael. Eso. Díganle, ¿quién le vamos a Misael?
He's laughing at him.
Bit.
Wait.
My favorite bit is this. Ready?
What's this video?
You might have to madre, like he's fucking, like you're crying to mom. Like, just for the kids at home who don't know Spanish, but, and then he's still filming them like, yeah, look at my dumb kids.
Eso pasa, mira, voltea.
Like, he's just still filming them like, yeah, you
Oh my
fucking
God.
idiots. So, pro tip, Indy, you can cover the sound of your fart by dropping something. I don't know if you knew.
I've done that plenty. Oh no! You're not supposed.
Brandon, what the fuck are you doing?
You're not supposed to break glass.
Let's go, Brandon.
Oh no.
Let's go, Brandon. Let's go. Wait for it. It's got to reload. There it is. He's like, dude, you got to pick up trash. You got to be like, bow, beep, bop, booda bop.
What?
And then in.
Come
And then you're like, you fucking did
on.
it. You fucking did that shit.
Come
Wanna see it again?
on.
He goes, boop, bop, bing.
Okay, he is not from the
And-
United States, would be my guess.
No. No, he's been playing hacky sack since fucking 01, baby.
No, that's a soccer dude. That's a real soccer skill right there. That's not hacking.
No. I played a bunch of hacky sack
Damn.
in high school.
My brother was sick at hacking. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
This is a ribbon cutting? Pinata?
Nope. Nope. I think it's a gender reveal.
Oh, no! In the back! Oh my god!
I love these because I
That's a
know
Broken
everyone
Bat
at home.
single. That's
Everyone
a Broken
at
Bat
home
base
just
hit.
went, oh, just like, and everyone just like fucking, you know, everyone does that. I love those videos.
That is a Broken Bat break hit, a Broken Bat single right there.
It is.
Helping. You did it. You're helping. You're gonna pick us up
fucking
one
did it.
little kernel at a time.
You
And
fucking
you're gonna
did
like
it, Cat.
because I'm fucking
Nice.
fed up with your bullshit.
Nice.
Fucking
I'm
Cat's
gonna
got
be a horrible father one day because of you fucks.
He's still going.
I did that to my 4-year-old today.
Did you really?
No. No, but
Puppo,
yes.
I'm not talking
Maybe
to
a
you.
little.
Puppo
Maybe a
vegan
little.
Spot. I'm busies. I'm workings. What are you doing, you cute little son of a bitch?
Puppo. Remember, you're not full screen. We can't barely see you. And he's blocked by the mic.
Yeah,
There he
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Hey, Puppo.
Puppo. I might let her out and play this thing. Look at that.
What?
Look at that
What?
fucking deer.
What? Wait. Come on. Wait.
It'll go again. It should move.
What?
You just fucking jump.
Dude. What?
That's
That is-
takeoff. It goes forever. It's flying. It's flying deer.
What? I don't even know how to
the
respond to
fuck?
that. I don't even know how to respond
Right?
to that. That has rendered me
Pretty much.
speechless.
Pretty much like
What?
Yeah.
The effing F?
What the effing F is
Are you
right?
kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's right, Jimmy.
So I don't know.
Oh, this is gonna be
I don't-
bad. Oh God! Oh, did you make that?
What's that?
Wait a minute. First of all, they bottled that dog's farts in a balloon, and then they released it in the dog's face.
In his face.
Nice.
Yep. I don't know the timing of this is the thing, right? Because you have to know when the dog's gonna do that, right?
Show teeth. I'm gonna kill you.
I'm gonna kill you. Yeah, how do you think we feel?
Yeah, dude. What are you doing putting a
Jerk.
balloon by your dog's ass?
I
Let's
wish I
start
could tell
there.
you. And the fact that you could get it to fill up. You know, for one, like, you know, cats are boneless. There's a boneless cat. Look at him.
Whoa.
He's just through and whip.
Wait.
And
Whip. I'm out.
and I'm out of here.
Wait.
Fucking gone. And look at the
Definitely.
other one who's just like, how did he do that? Like fucking
Definitely
you know,
a
he's just a
foreign
shock.
cat.
foreign cat.
I'm
Yeah,
calling it.
look at this fucking shit. Look at that.
That's fucked.
What's in there?
Holy shit.
Oh my God.
What's all those?
That
Oh
is-
my god, there's
that
so
would be
many of them.
spiders.
What the fuck is that?
Whoa!
Oh, get it out!
What the fuck was that?
Fuck.
Fuck, you fucking right, bro. Like,
Was that a tarantula?
That's fucked. Holy shit.
Oh my god, there's so many of them. Oh, there it is. Fuck.
What the fuck?
There's a big sucker in there.
That's
Holy
fucking big. Burn it. Burn the whole house. Burn that shit. Just burn that down. You don't need that. Dude, this fucking dog don't give a fuck. Roar! I'm a bear. I said I'm a bear. Look at me. I'm a bear. Fuck you.
Wow. Why is he just screwing with him?
The dog just doesn't care. The dog's just like, yeah, hey, Dave, come on, man. Like, quit fucking around. You know? Roar. So,
Is that a monkey?
Fucking assholes. That's a monkey. Look at him. He's got in the house. Right? Look, just boop, bop, I'm over here. Fuck you. What are you doing? Fucking get out of here. I'm out. I'm back. I'm up here. I'm around. Fucking just this on loop. You don't even know where the
monkey?
fucking thing is at.
What do you think?
I don't know. I think this is not. It reminded me of these
Also not
monkeys.
America.
Also, these monkeys in Thailand, right? This is you're gonna flip out at. This is crazy. You saw what one could do.
Wait, what? Ah! This is making me think of that scene in The Matrix 2.
With all the agents?
No, when all the bots, maybe it's Matrix 3, where all the bots come together and form one massive bot.
Look at all of them.
Holy shit. Who knew there were so many monkeys?
It's like a sea of monkey.
Oh my lord.
There must be banana shortages here. You know? That guy's fucking running too. I'd run. The monkeys are planning something.
It's scaring the crap out of them is what's happening.
Yeah. The fuck is that?
That's kind of cruel.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah. I mean, it's the same way fireworks as always.
That's a ridiculous amount of monkeys.
That's a ridiculous amount of like around in here. It's like a monkey stomp, like
caravan
stampede. Yeah,
it's like a caravan of monkey.
Monkey. Isn't a group of baboons is called a congress? Isn't that the classic thing?
Well, the people in Washington people in Washington are a group of baboons. Yes, you did set that up.
Baboons, yes. So, is this how they measured the inches of snow in your
tape measure?
The
that's
whole
typical.
northeastern.
That's typical.
I think this is how they measured it at the news station. Even get the fuck out of here with your fucking
hey,
measurements. I don't fucking like this shit.
Go.
Oh, yeah, fuck you. I gotta get a measurement. God. All right, I'm all the way there. Oh, fuck you. Get this fucking shit out of here.
He thinks it's a toy. Oh,
yeah, fuck you.
I can't even put it in pure snow.
My cat will fucking do that with tape measures too. But it's just funny. Dude, imagine you gotta fucking tell your teacher the next day.
My owl ate my homework.
Yep. Yeah, you let that owl eat your fucking homework.
Yeah,
too,
but you know what?
you?
I'd whip out my phone and just take video.
Yeah, that's exactly what this guy did. This fucking lady's not gonna believe me. That's the craziest thing I ever. So we had like a fake owl for like to get things away from the plants, right?
That's what it looks like.
Like it had a motion sensor on it, and it would sense when things move, right?
Yep.
And I had just set it up and put batteries in it, and I hadn't got it outside yet, right? And like I had my cat like in my hands, like going in, and that fucking thing moved, and dude, my cat would have killed me to get away from that thing. Like it was fucking. He was like gone, you know, fucking fuck that. It was just one head turn, and it was like, oh fuck that, you know, I'm out. But dude, what is it with snow sports, man? There's just something about them. Like unexpected, you know? Especially old ones, like, and you get a wreath. I'm taking you with me. Fuck you.
Is that the finish line?
Like,
Wait, they didn't finish the race.
They didn't finish the race. Like,
They were in first. Did that cost them the race?
It might have.
I'll bet it did. Yeah, there's the finish. Oh, shit.
There's the fucking finish. Fucking mom. Like, why? Yeah, again, with the snow sports, man, y'all just got to figure out how to do this stuff safely.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Into the water.
Cold. Oh, that's so fucking cold.
Oh.
Backwards and shit.
Damn. That's bad.
Isn't it?
That was unexpected. She was not expecting to go down that second hill.
So, have you ever seen a drone, how fast it can go?
Pretty damn fast, yeah.
So this is 125 miles an hour in 1 second.
What?
Ready?
Wow.
What?
That looked like Star Wars. Like for the first one.
It looks fake, right? I mean, this is like...
It looks like the pod racing.
It's either very good at it or it's real. Yeah, the sound is realistic. I mean, I've flown like some of the little, like, dude, they're V8s on pieces of paper. They're crazy. You know? Like, you have no weight with a giant engine that has immediate acceleration. It's nutty. But, I forget which one this one is. Let's find out. Oh, this is Russia. Look at all this crazy shit in Russia.
What?
Like,
sure.
Well, that shit. He jumped through the fucking hoops. Like,
sure.
What the fuck is that? Like,
that's like the fire hose.
No.
He like wrapped himself up in what?
The fuck are they doing over there?
Dude, okay. This is definitely gonna cause our overlords to not like this video.
What? I mean, this is like... Nobody
gets
hurt, like Dukes
right?
of Hazzard. But in real life, yeah, I don't think so. You know, I mean, they're stunt dudes. They're doing stunts.
Wow.
You know. But, I found you your new truck. You know?
Nice,
now,
Harry.
Why is Sasquatch have a raccoon?
That's Harry from Harry and the Hendersons.
The Hendersons. Why did he have a raccoon? I forget. Or is that just an addition that this person added?
I do not know.
It is Colorado. That makes a lot of sense.
Ah.
You know?
Bigfoot.
It makes a lot of sense. They're all high now. Dude, the fucking thing goes down. They're like, what the fuck do I do? I need to go back. I can't. I'm on the fucking hill and fuck. You know, and then it gets caught.
In the car!
And window breaks.
Oh, no.
And then out. And he's like, fucking get this shit out of here. Fucking god damn it. And then back in. And then
he just takes the arm with him. Nice.
Fucking just shout out
Thanks,
RT. Getting us the fucking greatest news. But hopefully we don't have to, you know, ever have to film shit like this. Yoink. Bye, camera. Bye-bye. In slow motion.
There goes the lens. And there goes the rig.
It's just when you think about how expensive that camera is, you're just like, oh god.
All right, Ford can afford it.
Yeah. I mean, they could have afforded one. They paid for one. You know, like they definitely didn't want to pay for two. So that is an Audi. It was just leaking from the roof.
That's an innie, not an Audi.
Innie, not an Audi. Got it.
That's a winner, dude. That was too easy.
You got all those car jokes, right? You got them lined up.
Come on. When water comes in, that's just too easy.
I know, right? Like, hey, dude, you're getting your grape soda wet, bro. Like, at least move your grape soda. You know? Oh. So.
Come on. Oh! That was scripted.
What you think? Wow! I mean,
they even put the car crash sound over it.
That, but you can't script much of that. That looked like it fucking hurt. It looked like you just fucking.
No, I just mean that. No, it was real. They just planned to do that.
Fuck that.
Lambo.
I just found it funny because these are very hard to get out of.
I don't like
I can't
that.
live this life either.
I don't like that matte paint.
You got it.
But...
Oh, I fucking do. I'm a fan of matte. Yeah, there you go. That's the ticket. You can fucking get out that way. Like, you gotta fucking. This is the funny thing. Like, you think, yeah, I'm a big baller. I'm rich as shit. Got me a Lambo, bro. You can't fucking. You can't get out of that shit.
Oh.
Speaking of Lambos, I mean, they're not quite boats smashing into other boats, but they're just as expensive. On the skid and right into it.
That's $500,000 worth of damage right there.
Terrible. Rich people problems, you know?
Yeah, that's
rich people problems. But this is Florida shit right here. This is that fucking A1.
No, that's 95. That ain't A1. That's either Florida Turnpike or I-95. I know exactly where that is. That's down by Ives Dairy. Yep. What is that, 17? What's the exit number? I can't see the exit number. No, 91 East Riverside.
91 East.
That's California.
That's 91. That's Cali? They fucking got it wrong? It looks like Florida shit.
I didn't know there was a Riverside, Florida.
Yeah, I mean, it says it's in Florida.
Everywhere else has a Riverside.
What's the exit?
Wow. Right there? They were literally making like a hard right.
Yep. Like a hard right. I think that was a Porsche too, wasn't it? Just fucking turning around. So why Japan weird? Can you explain? Right? This looks like a normal setting, right? We got the tea. Everything looks fine.
Everybody's got their shoes off.
What? Why?
It's one of the silly Japanese funny shows.
Hot tea is but like, what is the name of this show? Stuff Turned Sideways Show. Like, what the fuck?
Dude.
Well, like, dude, I could fucking write shows in Japan if that's the case. Like,
they have some really funny shows in Japan.
Have you seen the one where there's the show where you have to find out if something's chocolate in the room? There's an object that is chocolate in the room, and you have to find it.
You have to like and eat it.
Mm-hmm. And there's like a thing where it's like a doorknob, and he's like, chocolate! You know,
terrible.
We have another pool.
Oh! And he cleared the dude. You were going into a kiddie pool in a wetsuit at 220 pounds. Somebody does not understand physics.
Oh no!
Maybe 260. He's a big boy.
Oh, and that all hit. Gravity just played that mistress that she is.
You played yourself.
I mean, congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah, that definitely needs.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah, yes, you did.
want to see it again?
Yeah, I sure do. You know I do. It's only 7 seconds. Oh
God. Like, that looks like it fucking hurts so much.
Oh my God.
It's like on hardwood. Like,
so those are like supposedly, I think they're like for basketball players to help increase their lift and get their jumping ability higher. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like spring shoes. But what the hell are you doing, dude?
Like,
what?
He missed the flip, bro. Put too much spin on it. You know, shanked it.
Oof.
So this is a gift that ends too soon.
Oh, God.
Where's the rest?
There.
Oh my God.
There's the rest.
Dude, did he survive?
I think he must have.
They wouldn't put it up if he didn't. Wow.
If he didn't, yeah. But like, where's the rest? Boo! Fucking.
All you see is red and white. Like,
Red and white,
like a space shuttle blasting off.
Oh, yeah, he went to space. That's what they need to do with that. Like that. Da, 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 ba, ba, ba.
Yeah, right?
You know, like the Doctor Strange. Like,
Oh my God! Look at that!
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God! Look at this run! Oh!
Ron, look at it.
Oh my God!
It looks like a big whale penis.
Oh God!
Holy! Yeah!
Okay, yeah, that's probably not good. You should probably be running away.
Yeah, you should. You should definitely be doing that. The boat's going. Yeah, I'm looking out of here, baby.
You should definitely
Like,
be heading in the opposite direction of that.
Like, at its highest, it's like, dude, like, this is...
That's going to make
that's
sea
like-
levels rise.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, icebergs, they're fucking big. They're fucking big. Real fucking big. So, people had to, like, figure out...
Oh my God. Oh my God.
They're okay.
Luckiest dude ever? Okay.
Luckiest 3 dudes. There's those people, and then that guy...
Did they not even, like...
No, didn't even move. No. They're just content. Especially this guy who watched it fucking happening. Like, and it was just like, then was like fucking shoulder roll.
Kudos to the driver. Because, my God,
I know.
How did he not
God.
hit anybody? That's incredible.
Hit anybody.
That's just so lucky.
That's like, that's a Christmas miracle right there. That's what that is. And miss. And miss. Like,
Jeez.
that's what I like to see. People surviving is the thing we want to see. Oh, I don't know if this guy made it. He's definitely going to be out for quite a minute.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, that was coming.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, that was coming.
Why? The hammer throw. Just yoink. Oh, God, right. Oh,
That is a
God.
hammer. Right in the nuts.
Yeah, that sucks. Those are 18 pounds, I think. In case people were wondering. Once, twice.
3 times the lady.
There you go. It's a lady.
For some reason, I think this is Amsterdam.
Once, twice.
What the hell? What the hell was that?
I don't know. It's a thing.
The poles and the narrowness of the street leads me to believe that that's Amsterdam.
Yeah, this is like Europe somewhere, right?
Those things in the street. What?
Like, what is happening?
That's a March of the Pandas.
This guy is like, dude, this guy is full sprint. Like, I'm gone. Like, I am not going to be a part of whatever this is. I'm like, what is going on? Oh. Can y'all do that to politicians, please? Can y'all, like, can we figure some stuff out? Like, quit doing that to random people. Do that to people that, like, you know. So.
Lucky.
This is a boat. This is a boat.
This is a boat. Okay.
It's a ferry, which is a boat.
Oh, okay.
But
the cars are on the boat.
When you're late for work, you gotta make it on the ferry. I made it. I made it on the ferry. I will make it to work today. Like, dude, just the boys didn't know what they were getting into. Oh, wow.
What? How about that lady that was like standing right there like a minute earlier?
Like, what?
Watch, she walks right underneath where that car falls. And then like she turns around like, wait, what?
What?
Wait, what?
Wow.
I think somebody, you know what happened? I'll tell you what happened. Somebody did not put the emergency brake or some brake on, and when that boat started taking off, that thing just rolled. Like the car was in neutral.
Makes sense. Yeah. Dude, I can't believe it made that.
What?
I still can't believe that.
Look at how it crushed the thing.
I know, just whoa. Like, yep.
That's a car.
That's a car. Speaking of cars, this is German pinball.
Bing,
That's
bong,
a Volkswagen.
Bang.
Oh. And now you're stuck.
Jetta wagon.
Like, I do like Volkswagens. But
a Jetta wagon. Those are horse. Oh, it might even be a Passat.
Stuck.
Oh, that sucks.
He's still stuck.
Did you see?
There you go. Back up.
Did you see the cliff U-turn? Did you play that for me, or did we see that somewhere else? Like the 700 point.
I did see it.
U-turn on the cliff.
On the edge of a cliff.
Dude, that was insane. That's what that made me think
I thought
of.
about playing it, but it's such a slow, like.
Yeah, you have to play it at like 4 times speed.
And right, but then he makes it. It's like you don't get a payoff. It's like, yeah, you kind of think after like 30 minutes, you know.
No, I want to see him make it after all that. But yeah, the back wheel like goes right off the edge. He's so good.
Yeah. All right.
Uno stato. No, non siamo noi, fra.
Gone.
Jesus.
Just gone.
Wait, what?
Just gone. Just gone.
Noi, fra.
Oh my God.
Just gone.
Somebody hit that at full speed.
Like, must have. Like, but yeah, I mean, it's chaos after that. But luckily, these people who were just like right there, you know, a lot of near misses today.
Wow.
You know, but I got one last one, which I forgot who I saw it on, but it was like the only thing that works on the F-35 is the ejector seat, right?
Uh-oh.
And ejector gone. Whoa. Giant fuel cloud, just
$70 billion of our money got up in flames.
But the ejector seat works.
There's free college.
He's okay. Yep, there's free college right there. That's literally, we ended with a bang today.
Nice.
We ended with a literal bang.
Nice.
Just.
And this time we're not going to Jimmy before we go back to the other side. Nice.
Nice.
See that? All right.
What was that? 12:20?
It is. This was a little longer tonight. Yeah, our stories took a little longer. You had some good stuff. We will be back next Sunday. Actually, I don't know because next Sunday's Super Bowl Sunday. So 10 o'clock next Sunday is
no one's
pretty
gonna be
much
doing anything.
Pretty much when the game's going to be ending.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll wait until after the kickoff, after the game's over before we'll start streaming. If we go live Sunday, maybe we'll even do it in the afternoon as like a pregame show. I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
We'll talk about that. But of course, I'm gonna have the family and the kids, so that'll be a little challenging for me.
Saturday.
Might move it back to Saturday night for that one, but figure it out. Stay tuned. Follow us on Twitter at IND Left News at Reef Breland. We'll tweet out about it. Yep. Follow the show on Twitter at How Did We Miss That? We'll leave off the last T because that's too many letters. YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, believe it or not, Instagram. We're doing a lot of things on Instagram at IND Left News, putting up individual stories. We actually just started a subreddit as well. So that's r/indie INDIE Left News. And so definitely give that a follow, and I'll be putting some news articles and then sharing that cross-posting to other subreddits. So shout out to everyone, man. This was a fun stream. Had a lot of fun. And again, like, share, subscribe, do all the things. Hook Reef up with some weed money at Ko-fi.com/Reef Breland.
Make sure Indy's got coffee to, do what the fuck he does all day.
That would help. Ko-fi again, we're good, but if you want to help us out, that definitely helps. I appreciate that. And in the meantime, enjoy your week. We will see you all over the place. Check out all the clips. We'll be putting them up during the week. Follow Leftist.today, Independent Left.news. We'll be putting out stuff every day. And we will see you next Sunday for How Do We Miss That again. Thank you so much for being here, and